Hokage get burning art at the start, Chapter 141 to 160. Chapter 141 Hanging Shira Road. How is this possible? Seeing that Kazama not only absorbed the fire arrows from the Asura Taoist monsters. Even the five-fingered missile of Shira Road was used. In shock, Nagato hurriedly controlled the Shira Road again and used his head laser cannon. I wanted to use this to defend against the five-fingered missiles that Kazami fired. Because Nagato is very aware of the power of these five-finger missiles. If Shira Road is hit, he will lose his combat effectiveness in an instant. And the Hell Road was destroyed by the wind, and the Asura Road could not be resurrected. Therefore, Nagato must protect Luo Dao to maintain Pain's combat effectiveness. But what Nagato didn't expect was that Shira Road's head laser cannon resisted the five-fingered missiles that came in the face. But at this time, Kazama also came and entered the attack range of the laser cannon on the head. Ding! Successfully absorbed the head laser cannon. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the mechanical armor. Asura Road, it's over. With a loud shout from Kazama, various weapons immediately appeared on his body, and they were perfectly integrated into Kazejian's taijutsu. At this time, Kazama's taijutsu has surpassed the limit of human taijutsu. At the same time, Kazama summoned missiles and cannons unheard of in the ninja world. Bombed and bombed, beaten and weakened, in a few moments, Asura Road was blasted into scum. Damn it, is this kid in the wind still human? What kind of moves are he using? Jiraiya on the side was immediately stunned by Kazama's performance. God, take me away, I'm not fucking worthy of being a ninja compared to the wind. Jiraiya was about to cry without tears at this moment, and Nagato was also about to cry without tears. Because of his invincible and invincible pain 6 paths in the past. Now there are only Heavenly Path, Animal Realm and Demon Realm. The Asura Road, the Human Road, and the Hell Road have been destroyed by the wind in an instant before they have made meritorious deeds. Nagato, who has always been calm and composed, was also in a panic at this time. Because Kazama is definitely the most powerful and mysterious enemy he has ever encountered. At this time, Kazami's powerful and mysterious strength already made Nagato feel an aura of death. Nagato, stop it, we don't need to make a living. You. Nagato, who was hiding in the dark, heard Kazama call out his name, which surprised him. Because Nagato has not been seen in public for many years. There are only a few people who know his true identity, but Kazama is definitely not among them. This is something Nagato can be sure of. But now his identity has been seen through by Kazama, which naturally makes Nagato unbelievable. Kazuma, what did you just say? Pain is Nagato. When Jiraiya heard Kazama's words, she was also surprised. So he hurriedly observed Pain carefully. Only then did Pain Heavenly Path and his apprentice Yahiko look exactly the same. What's going on here? Yahiko didn't have a Rinnegan before, but Nagato, who has a Rinnegan, never showed up. What happened to the three of you, Konan, Yahiko, and Nagato? Hearing Jiraiya's questioning, Konan in the air did not answer. And Nagato, who had been controlling Pain, fell silent at this moment. Because of Jiraiya's questioning, they fell back into the grief of the death of their friend Yahiko. I'll explain it to you. Kazama said and came to Jiraiya's side. Yahiko is already dead, and today's Yahiko is just a corpse controlled by Nagato. Not only Yahiko, but all of the Pain 6 paths are corpses, and Nagato was ambushed by Hanzo of the Salamander, the leader of a Megakure village, which led to 2 deaths. My legs are disabled and I can't move so far, am I right? Nagato. What? Is this true? Hearing what happened to his 3 apprentices, Jiraiya was heartbroken. You're quite right. At this time, Pain Heavenly Path under Nagato's control spoke again. Although it's not clear how you know our past, but since you understand our experience, you should understand the pain we endured and our obsession. I understand. You just understand, not understand. This world has never had any empathy, so I want this world to suffer the same pain as me. Be careful in the wind. With Jiraiya's exclamation, the hungry ghost with the ability to swallow chakra has appeared behind Kazama. You are very strong, but if you don't have chakra, you are useless. You're right. At this time, Kazama, who was tightly grasped by hungry ghost Dao, did not show any panic. But what if I was infinite chakra? Hearing Kazama's words, Pain, Conan, and Jirai who were present were instantly stunned. Chapter 142 Punch the hungry ghost kicked the beast. Just when everyone was shocked. The hungry ghost who was frantically devouring the chakra of the wind. It has turned into a huge sphere at a speed visible to the naked eye. This is. Seeing the hungry ghost Dao with the ability to devour chakra, he was almost forced to explode by the chakra in Kazama's body. Nagato finally believed what Kazama said was true. It turns out that there are people in this world who have unlimited chakra. With Nagato's exclamation, Hungry Ghost Road immediately stopped devouring and quickly retreated. Late. Only a loud bang was heard. At this time, the Hungry Ghost Road has been directly burst by the endless chakra of the wind. In just a few rounds of Kung Fu, Kazama has conquered the human realm, the Hell realm, the Asura realm, and the Hungry Ghost realm. Today's Pain 6 paths, only Heavenly Path and Animal Road are left. This kind of battle was something Nagato had never expected before. Although he has long known that the wind is not easy to deal with. But he never thought that Fengjian could defeat his 4 paths so easily. Nagato, what should I do? Conan was also panicked when he saw it, so he immediately looked at Heavenly Path beside him. I will never admit defeat, I am a god. How can I be defeated by an ant like you, psychic? With the hand seal of the Animal Road, there are 8 psychic beasts, including hell crabs, chameleons, split dogs, 8 Tatar crows, rhinos, bulls, pandas, and centipedes. Fengjian, I'm here to help you. Seeing that Nagato had summoned so many psychic beasts, Jiraiya worried that Kazama would be outnumbered. Therefore, he also used the psychic technique and summoned Toad Bunta to help Kazama. But Jiraiya didn't know that those summoned by Nagato were augmented psychic beasts. That is to say, after being attacked, not only will they not die, but they will split and regenerate, becoming more and more. Damn it, what the hell is going on here? Seeing that Toad Wentai's attack was fruitless, it also caused the enemy's psychic beasts to become more and more numerous. Jiraiya suddenly felt that he was doing a disservice, and was embarrassed for a while. Lord Jiraiya, just watch the battle, I will deal with all these psychic beasts. As the wind spoke, he rushed towards the hell 3-headed dog. Humph, it's up to you, okay. I'll see how you deal with these psychic beasts like me. At this time, Nagato was already in a state of rage. He couldn't accept that with the power of Rinnegan 6 paths, he would be defeated by this teenage kid Kazama. Therefore, he kept urging these psychic beasts to attack Fengjian, wishing he could smash his corpse into tens of thousands of pieces. Ding! Absorbing the amplifying spiritual beast's attack successfully, congratulations to the host for obtaining the amplifying spiritualism, which can apply the boosting effect to the summoned psychic beast. Okay, I'm waiting for this moment, Nagato, your psychic beast is really awesome, but compared to mine, you're still far behind. Mokuden wood-style clone technique. With a loud shout from the wind, 4 Mokuden wood-style clones immediately appeared beside him. Little devil, just rely on these clones, how can you fight me? Nagato burst into laughter when he saw it, he thought Kazama would definitely lose this time. K's, using your clone at this time will only damage your strength. You won't be really frightened by the enemy, will you? Jiraiya below also couldn't understand Kazama's actions at this time. It's not that I was scared stupid by the enemy, but the enemy is going to be scared stupid by me next. Sit down everyone. Come out Aikyo Shukaku. 2-tailed cat again. Isofu Mio. 4-tailed sun Wukong. Turtle spirit fire. Akichi. Kazama's 4 Mokudan wood-style clones immediately changed from 1 to 4. Then he summoned the giant mountain tortoise formed by the fire of the tortoise spirit. And the Orochi, which was transformed from the main body of Kazama. Chapter 143 Hanging the Nagato Get Rinnegan. Nagato, what you are channeling are just ordinary monsters, but I summon tailed beasts and legendary beasts, and they have all been amplified by me. Tell me, how can you fight me? See the tailed beast transformed by Kazama's clone, as well as the tortoise spirit fire that Kazama's main body casts, and the legendary 8-headed snake. Nagato felt that the wind in front of him was the real god. Facing such a shocking scene below, his little heart could no longer bear it, and immediately fell to the ground with a plop. Impossible, how can you have such power? You are just a mortal, why do you fight with me? Although he had already seen the unusualness of Kazama, Nagato was still reluctant to give in. So he once again commanded his 8 psychic beasts, whistling towards the wind. Courage is commendable, but courage alone cannot defeat me. In the face of the crazy attacks of these psychic beasts, Shukaku Ichi, Cat's 2 tails, Isofun 3 tails, and Sun Wukong 4 tails immediately cast their tailed beast bombs. The tortoise spirit fire was spewing out a monstrous flame. The 8-headed snake that Kazama's body transformed into has simultaneously performed 8 different attacks of wind, thunder, water, fire, earth, haze, ice, and melting. In an instant, the sky fell apart, and the ghosts and wolves howled. The 8 psychic beasts of Nagato, including Heavenly Path and Animal Tao, were all blasted into nothingness. It's still Kazama's mercy, otherwise the entire Omegakure village will be razed to the ground in an instant. PFF. At this time, Nagato spat out several mouthfuls of blood because of the chakra overdraft. If Konan hadn't rushed forward to help him, Nagato would have fainted. Nagato, let's get out of this place quickly. The strength of the incoming person is too terrifying. If you drag it down, I'm afraid he will find your body. Late. Nagato smiled wryly and shook his head. He's already coming towards us. What? How is this possible? Even Mangekyo Sharingan can't see through my god's paperman's art, why can he find where we are? Because of Nagato's black stick. Just as Konan was shocked, Kazama had come here with the black stick on Pain's body. Your black rod can send chakra to Pain, and it also allows me to perceive where your chakra is. Great insight. Facing the sudden arrival of Kazama, Nagato did not show any panic. It's a pity that you thought that you could kill me if you found my body, but have you ever thought that I took the initiative to lead you here? You only saw the ability of 6 paths before, and now I will let you feel what is the highest pupil technique that controls life and death, Rinnegan. As Nagato said, as an ontology, he is far more powerful than Pain's 6 paths. Even if he is inconvenient now, in front of his Rinnegan, he is still unbeatable. But he is facing Sanada Kazama, who has the ability to absorb everything. Ding! Successfully absorbed the power of the Wheel Eye. Congratulations to the host for obtaining Rinnegan, the first of the 3 major pupil techniques. He also possesses all the abilities of Heavenly Path, Human Realm, Hell Realm, Animal Realm, Shira Realm, Hungry Ghost Realm and Outer Tao. As this Rinnegan, it's amazing. The pair of Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan in the wind turned into a purple Rinnegan immediately under the rapid rotation. Chapter 144 Ready to take Nagato and Obito. You actually own a Rinnegan. Was originally going to use the Rinnegan Hitomi technique to intimidate Kazama. At this moment, I suddenly found that the pair of Mangekyo Sharingan in the wind has turned into a Rinnegan exactly like myself. Nagato wanted to use his Rinnegan technique to suppress Kazama. Now I see that Kazama has turned on Rinnegan just like myself. Nagato knew that he no longer had any chance of winning. Nagato, as I said at the beginning, we don't need to fight to the death, because I'm here to rescue you. It's up to you. Hearing Kazama's words, Nagato was about to scold him angrily, but the next moment he was pulled into Kazama's demonic illusion. This demonic illusion is neither Tsukuyomi nor Koto Amatsukami. It was Kazama who put Black Zetsu's conspiracy and the future situation of the Fourth Ninja World War into Nagato's mind in the form of images. This is another ability of Rinnegan. What the hell did you do to Nagato? Seeing Nagato's strange expression at this time, Conan immediately launched an attack on Kazama. Then he was shocked by the pair of Rinnegan pupils in the wind. Conan took a few steps back in fright, then slumped on the ground. At this time, Conan suddenly understood that he was simply as weak as an ant in the eyes of the wind. As long as the wind is willing, he will be beheaded at any time. Conan, I have no ill will towards you and Nagato, otherwise I would have been able to deal with you when you first appeared. Hearing Kazama's words, Conan was unable to refute for a while. Because Kazami was right, he did have the ability to solve himself in an instant. Nagato just got caught up in my demonic illusion, because I needed to tell him some facts. This demonic illusion would not pose any danger to him. On the contrary, it would make him recognize himself and say goodbye. Kazama said and led the unconscious Jiraiya out of a Megakure village. Conan, who was sluggish, and Nagato, who was caught in the demonic illusion, were left. The main purpose of Kazama coming to a Megakure village is to absorb the power of Rinnegan of Nagato, and then obtain Rinnegan's pupil technique. But Kazama also hopes that Nagato can get rid of Black Zetsu's use and unite with himself. So instead of attacking Nagato, he used Rinnegan's unique demonic illusion to let Nagato see the truth. Kazama then uses the Mokuden wood-style clone to send Jiraiya back to Konoha while he prepares to go to Otogakure village. Because Kazama is going to let Orochimaru inject Hashirama's cells into himself. Now Kazama has Rinnegan, plus Senju Hashirama's cells. His Kotoamatsukami ability will be greatly enhanced. Although it is still impossible to control Black Zetsu, it can control people who have Black Zetsu cells in the body, such as Obito. Kazama thought as long as he controlled Obito silently, that Akatsuki is more than half of his own people. At that time, it will be easier to absorb the remaining tailed beasts by yourself. Fuck, your Otogakure village is within the scope of our water country and must be under the jurisdiction of our water country. Now you'd better hand over these 10 pagodas to our water country for management, otherwise I will let you this rubbish Otogakure village is gone. At this moment, a group of ninjas from the land of water have surrounded Otogakure village. It turned out that they knew about the 10 pagodas in the wind that could improve their combat power, so they wanted to take them for themselves. Chapter 145 Ninja in the Land of Water. Stands to reason that the strength of Orochimaru and others is completely unafraid of these ninjas from the land of water. But now Otogakure village is not only them, but also many people who come here. These people are all defenseless. As long as the war starts, the people in Otogakure village will be the first to die. Therefore, Orochimaru and others did not dare to act rashly. Damn, how dare you disobey the orders of the name of our country of water? Well, this is your own death. One of the people who looked like a leader waved his hand, and immediately let the surrounding ninja army attack Otogakure village. Damn. Orochimaru and others never expected that these ninjas in the land of water were so arrogant. Launched an attack on his Otogakure village. Watching the overwhelming attack around the village, Orochimaru was furious. Although he is powerful, he does not have the ninjutsu that can withstand such a large-scale attack. Shinra Tensei Almighty Push sign. At this moment, a figure descended from the sky immediately appeared in the attack center. Then a powerful force of repulsion appeared instantly. Not only did the sky-filled ninjutsu be defeated, but even the ninjas of the land of water who besieged Otogakure village were smashed to the ground. You, who are you? Seeing Kazama in the sky like a god, he instantly defeated his army of ninjas. The leader of the country of water was already shaking with fright. Bansho Tenon, Universal Pull. Just when the leader of this country of water was terrified, Kazama raised one hand, and the body of the leader of the country of water was involuntarily sucked over by Kazama. Big brother. Oh no, Grandpa, please spare my life. I really didn't mean to deal with your Otogakure village. this is the order of our water country daimyo. The leader of the land of water, who was still aggressive just now, has now fallen out of cold sweat from the fright of the wind, and almost pulled out a Jinchuriki column in the air. I have the old and the lower. Shut up. Fengjian didn't have time to listen to this person's long-winded words. Go back and tell you the name of the country of water. Our Otogakur village is not easy to mess with. I want these 10 pagodas of mine. No problem. When I'm done with the things at hand, I will personally go to see your name of the country of water. Let me. He has a good experience of the power of these 10 pagodas. Get out. Follow the order. Follow the order. After being put down by Kazama, the leader immediately rolled and crawled out of Otogakur village. Leave all of your heavy weapons to me as an apology for harassing our Otogakur village. No problem, no problem. The leader hurriedly ordered his men to give up these heavy weapons for siege. Then the ninjas of the land of water escaped without a trace. Lord Fengjian, I am afraid to let the tiger return to the mountain. Just as Orochimaru was talking to the wind, he suddenly saw the pair of Rinnegan's in the wind. This made him dumbfounded and almost slumped on the ground. To know the former Mangekyo Sharingan Kazama was enough to shock him. Now the wind has turned on Rinnegan again. Orochimaru suddenly felt that he had been with Kazama for so long and still couldn't see Kazama's true strength. These ninjas are nothing to be afraid of. You should send people to use the heavy weapons they left behind to defend the village, and then order people to distribute them around the village, so that if there are outsiders approaching, we will be able to detect it at the first time. As for the famous name of the country of water, I will find him when I am done with this time. As ordered. Orochimaru hurriedly conveyed Kazama's order. Lord Kazama, these eyes of yours. What's the matter? What's wrong with these eyes? Seeing Orochimaru's surprised expression, Kazama immediately smiled knowingly. Chapter 146 Koto Amatsukami raises 999,999 levels. Lord Kazama, you really don't know whether it's fake or not. Your eyes now are Rinnegan, who can control life and death. Those are the eyes of the 6 paths immortal, and they are the first of the 3 major pupil techniques. Quote. Really? I don't know, do I have Rinnegan? What is Rinnegan, can I eat it? Seeing Kazama like this, Orochimaru was speechless. Kazama was in a good mood because he got Rinnegan, so he deliberately played with Orochimaru. Okay Orochimaru, the reason why I got Rinnegan, I will tell you when I have time, but now I have an important thing to ask you. Please speak. Seeing Kazama's expression turning serious, Orochimaru immediately became nervous. I gave you the white Zetsu corpse and asked you to bring it back for research. How is your research? Kazuma-sama, what am I going to tell you? My research this time has been very successful. I can extract Hashirama cells from white Zetsu's body and inject them into other people's bodies to enhance the target's vitality, and there won't be any repelling, and it won't be all white like Danzo's arm. Okay, if that's the case, then you'll immediately move into Hashirama's cells for me. Kazama was overjoyed at this time, because as long as he had Hashirama cells, he could control Obito with Koto Amatsukami. No problem, but because Hashirama's cells are too powerful, after you transplant, you can't move for a short time. You have to go through 3 days and 3 nights of slow fusion before you can use your body freely. Okay, I got it. After hearing Kazama's confirmation, Orochimaru immediately started the transplant. And the moment when Orochimaru was successfully transplanted for Kazama, the system in Kazama's body also immediately gave Kazama the corresponding reward. Ding! Has successfully absorbed Hashirama cells. Congratulations to the host for raising the strongest demonic illusion Koto Amatsukami to level 999,999. Great, in this case, no one in the ninja world can escape my Koto Amatsukami except Black Zetsu, haha. Kazama said that, according to Orochimaru's suggestion, he prepared to rest for 3 days and 3 nights. But when he used his body subconsciously, he found that his body could move freely without being affected at all. This immediately shocked Orochimaru beside him. Because he had done many experiments before, whoever transplanted Hashirama's cells would be unable to act within 3 days. But who knew that the wind was not affected by this? Kazuma-sama, you really impress me. To be honest, I have studied many people before, and someone like you who has injected Hashirama cells into it and can use it right away as the first one, can you? It's awesome. Really? Kazama looked at his current body and laughed immediately. He was not surprised by this result. Because there is a volcanic stone flame in his body, and a different fire like the 3000 flames that can enhance the strength and healing of the body. So even if Hashirama cells were injected, he could adapt instantly. It's no good, Kazama-sama. Konoha village was attacked suddenly, and now it's been razed to the ground. What? How is this possible? Hearing the report from his subordinates, Kazami was taken aback. Because when his clone sent Jiraiya back, Konoha village was fine. Why was it attacked in just a short while? And it was razed to the ground in an instant. Who the hell has such terrifying strength? Chapter 147 Split Chibaku Tensai with a sword, heavenly body bursting from the earth. At this time, the village of Konoha was already a mess, and it no longer had the glory of the past. And Tsunade, Jiraiya, Naruto, Kakashi and other Konoha ninjas were also defeated by the invading enemies. As for the people in the village, there are countless casualties. Come on, where the hell is Sanada Kazama? At this time, standing in front of Tsunade and the others was the Pain Six Paths that Kazama had defeated before. It was also because of the sudden attack of Pain Six Paths that Konoha village was caught off guard. Kazama is our Konoha's hero and our Konoha's hope, you can never kill him. Ha ha. Hearing Tsunade's words, Pain Heavenly Path immediately grabbed Tsunade by the neck and weighed her up. The mouth is still hard. Well, let's start with you. Chibaku Tensai, heavenly body bursting from the earth. Where Pain Heavenly Path raised his hand, a black ball immediately flew into the air. This technique is the technique used by the Six Paths Immortals to seal the 10 tails. Next, I will see if you are stubborn or my Chibaku Tensai, heavenly body bursting from the earth, is stubborn. As soon as Pain's voice fell, Tsunade and the others felt a strong suction. The many gravel blocks below were instantly sucked into the air. Tsunade and the others knew that if they were caught by this black ball, they would definitely die, so they hurried to avoid it. It's a pity that they are too seriously injured now, facing this Super S-rank ninjutsu Chibaku Tensai, heavenly body bursting from the earth, there is no way to avoid it. No resistance, no one can resist my Chibaku Tensai, heavenly body bursting from the earth. Seeing Tsunade and the others in a state of embarrassment, Pain burst into laughter again. Susanoo. At this moment, a golden giant with 3 heads and 6 arms instantly appeared in everyone's field of vision. Then the 2 huge Susanoo swords were cast. He directly chopped the Chibaku Tensai, heavenly body bursting from the earth, which had become the size of a meteorite, into pieces. The Wind Room. Seeing Kazama's arrival, Tsunade and the others finally let out a sigh of relief. Good come. Pain Six Paths laughed instead of anger when they saw Kazami's appearance. Nagato. Seeing that it was Nagato's Pain Six Paths attacking his Konoha village, Kazama couldn't believe it. Demonic illusion has been imposed on Nagato between him, allowing him to see Black Zetsu's conspiracy. Even if Nagato didn't want to cooperate with him afterwards, there was no need to raise his Konoha village to the ground. Humph. It's not your lackey Nagato who controls the Pain Six Paths, but you, Grandpa Black Zetsu, me. Black Zetsu, you really are a bastard. Kazama realized that it was Black Zetsu who controlled Nagato through spiritual fusion. This forced Nagato to send Pain Six Paths to bring Konoha village to life. Kazuma, the enemy not only launched a surprise attack on us Konoha, but also took the form of our own people, causing us to kill each other. Hearing Tsunade's words behind him, Kazama realized that all around were the corpses of White Zetsu and his own Konoha ninja. No wonder Konoha's combat power collapsed in an instant. It turns out that not only Pain's invasion, but also White Zetsu turned into Konoha's ninja to make trouble. Just when Kazama was thinking of a countermeasure, Pain controlled by Black Zetsu scolded him again. You little bastard. Not only did you fucking kill our Akatsuki members, but now you've bewitched Nagato to turn him against me. Damn it, I'm going to kill you today. It seems that Nagato must have understood Black Zetsu's conspiracy in my demonic illusion, so he wanted to deal with Black Zetsu, but Black Zetsu controlled his body instead. Thinking of this, Kazama immediately decided to rescue Nagato and prevent Black Zetsu from continuing to do evil. Chapter 148 One Trick to Kill Pain's 6 Paths. Black Zetsu, do you really think you can kill me by controlling Pain's 6 paths? Have you forgotten how I abused you before? Hearing Kazama's mockery, Black Zetsu was instantly furious. Xiaozamao, don't think that you can ride on my neck and shit because of your great strength. Now I'll give you 2 ways. One is I will kill Tsunade and others and raze Konoha to the ground. The other is you immediately suicide, then I can spare the lives of the people of Konoha, Tsunade and others. Also, don't think that you can protect Konoha by killing Pain's 6 paths. As long as you dare to attack Pain's 6 paths, I will first let Heavenly Path cast it. Shinra Tensai Almighty Push. Even if you can live by that time, the people of Konoha and Tsunade will be killed by you, haha. Quote. It seems that Black Zetsu has long thought of a plan, intending to use the lives of everyone in Konoha village to force Kazama to commit suicide. Black Zetsu, your strategy is indeed very clever. If it was mine before, I might be helpless, but now I can not only kill the Pain's 6 paths you control, but also protect everyone in Konoha village. Haha, you little bastard is quite a big talker. Well, since you don't eat or punish you for toasting, then I'll kill everyone in Konoha to vent their anger. Super Shinra Tensai Almighty Push sign. Waiting for the Pain's 6 paths controlled by Black Zetsu to attack, Kazama took the lead in unleashing the more powerful Super Shinra Tensai Almighty Push sign. Except for Tsunade et al., who were protected by Susanoo. Pain's 6 paths and the people of Konoha village and many ninjas were all killed in an instant. Wind Room, you. Tsunade couldn't help being surprised when he saw that Kazama had killed everyone in his Konoha village. Don't worry, Tsunade-sama, I'll come back and revive everyone when Black Zetsu is defeated. The reason why Kazama dared to use the Super Shinra Tensai Almighty Push to kill everyone in Pain and Konoha villages. It is because Kazama has already mastered Rinnegan. Since he has Rinnegan, he can perform the technique of Rinne Tensai, Samsara of heavenly life. In addition, he has infinite chakra, so resurrecting everyone can be said to be a breeze. Damn, this little bastard in the wind is quite ruthless. Black Zetsu, who lost Pain's 6 paths, immediately cursed viciously. At this time, he not only controls Nagato, but also controls Conan. Because he is going to use Conan's god papercraft to hide himself and Nagato's body in order to prevent Kazami from finding their traces. What's wrong? Obito, who was on the side, heard Black Zetsu's words and felt that something was wrong. I originally wanted to use the lives of everyone in Konoha village to force Kazama to commit suicide, but who would have thought that this kid would take the lead in launching the Super Shinra Tensai Almighty Push campaign, destroying not only the Pain's 6 paths I controlled, but even Konoha village. Destroyed by him. Impossible. This kid Kazama is Konoha's ninja. He has protected Konoha many times before. How could Pain and everyone in Konoha village die together? And how Kazama learned the Super Shinra Tensai Almighty Push Levy? This technique is Rinnegan's unique ability. Could it be that he also activated Rinnegan? No way. Black Zetsu interrupted Obito's question immediately. What kind of thing is this little bastard in the wind? What qualifications does he have to open Rinnegan? Who told you I couldn't turn on Rinnegan? Before Black Zetsu could finish speaking, Kazama had already appeared in front of him. What? Black Zetsu couldn't figure out why, no matter where he fled, the wind could come in a blink of an eye. Chapter 149 Crazy Killing Black Zetsu. Small bastard, you actually own a Rinnegan. Seeing Kazama's eyes, Black Zetsu and Obito were both shocked. And just as they were surprised, Black Zetsu was already entangled by the 9 Dragons Thunder Gang fire in the wind. Boy, now I'm possessed by Nagato, and you attack me as you attack Nagato. I saw that I was surrounded by the 9 Thunder and Fire Dragons in the wind. Although Black Zetsu was shocked, he relied on himself to possess Nagato's body, thinking that Kazama would not dare to do anything to him. But he did not expect that the current Kazama has already mastered the art of Rinne Tensai, Samsara of Heavenly Life. Kazama can kill Nagato first, take the opportunity to force Black Zetsu away, and then resurrect Nagato. What about Nagato? I'll take care of you. As soon as Kazama's voice fell, the 9 Dragons of Thunder and Fire immediately attacked Black Zetsu. With Black Zetsu's heart-wrenching screams, he could only leave in embarrassment while possessing Nagato and Konan. Little devil, you are quite ruthless. Not only did you kill everyone in Konoha village, but you also killed your companion Nagato. It's reversible that although you have defeated me now, you have to betray you all, haha. Black Zetsu said and disappeared along with Obito. Confirming that Black Zetsu had completely left, Kazama immediately cast 3,000 flames of flame to repair Nagato's broken body. And cast Yang Fire to wake up the dying Konan. Nagato. After waking up, Konan saw that Nagato was no longer alive, and was instantly devastated. Don't worry, I will use the Rinne Tensai, Samsara of Heavenly Life technique to bring Nagato back to life. The art of Rinne Tensai, Samsara of Heavenly Life. Hearing Kazama's words, Konan was both surprised and delighted. Because the technique of Rinne Tensai, Samsara of Heavenly Life, can indeed bring Nagato back to life. But those who cast Rinne Tensai, Samsara of Heavenly Life, will also die because of it. I am very moved by Kazama's willingness to revive Nagato, but if you use the technique of Rinne Tensai, Samsara of Heavenly Life, you will die. Don't worry, I won't die, help me protect the law. As Kazama said that, he summoned Hell Hades and began to resurrect Nagato and the people of Konoha village. Hearing Kazama say that he will not die even if he casts Rinne Tensai, Samsara of Heavenly Life, Konan is greatly disbelieving. Because she has been with Nagato day and night, but she knows very well what kind of consequences the technique of Rinne Tensai, Samsara of Heavenly Life, will bring to the caster. At this time, with the Rinne Tensai, Samsara of Heavenly Life technique of Kazama, Nagato next to Konan was the first to wake up. Since he had been under the control of Black Zetsu all the time, he had no idea what happened during this period. When Konan saw Nagato wake up, he immediately explained the situation to him happily. And when Nagato heard that Kazama used Rinne Tensai, Samsara of Heavenly Life, to save him, he was very moved. I originally thought that with Kazama's strength, I would definitely be able to destroy Black Zetsu's conspiracy, but now that he has performed Rinne Tensai, Samsara of Heavenly Life, after surgery, wouldn't he? Having said that, Nagato sighed helplessly. I also persuaded him, but he said that he would not die, and I see that the time he casts Rinne Tensai, Samsara of Heavenly Life now, it seems that it is not just to resurrect you. What? Hearing Konan's words, Nagato immediately used Rinnegan's pupil technique to look outside. Konoha village who had died because of this war have been resurrected by the Rinne Tensai, Samsara of Heavenly Life technique of Kazama. How is this possible? Seeing that Kazama had resurrected so many people all at once, even Nagato felt a little weird. Chapter 150 Capture Nagato and Konan. Kazama is not of the Uzumaki clan. How can he have such a strong vitality to maintain the art of Rinne Tensai, Samsara of Heavenly Life? But no matter how strong his vitality is, after performing the Rinne Tensai, Samsara of Heavenly Life operation, he cannot escape death after all. Alas! Hearing Konan's sigh, Nagato was also saddened. Why do you want to curse me to death? Just as Nagato and Konan sighed, they suddenly heard the sound of Kazama. Immediately, the two of them were dumbfounded. Fangjan, you are not dead. Of course, otherwise how could I stand in front of you? Seeing the surprised expressions of Nagato and Conan, Kazama immediately laughed. But those who cast the art of Rinne Tensai, Samsara of heavenly life, should die from exhaustion. Yeah, and you didn't just resurrect me, you also resurrected everyone in Konoha village. Even if you have infinite chakra, you can't persevere unscathed. Nagato and Conan were happy that Kazama was still alive, but at the same time, they were also extremely frightened. You must know that Kazama does not only have infinite chakra, and it also has the falling heart flame that can continuously provide energy. And the 3,000 flames of flames that frantically repair physical damage. So no matter how much damage this Rinne Tensai, Samsara of heavenly life, technique does to Kazama, Kazama will be safe in the end. Nagato, instead of being surprised by me, you might as well see what has changed in your own body. Kazama wouldn't reveal his secrets easily, so he immediately changed the subject. At this time, after Nagato heard Kazama's words, he immediately looked at his body. There's nothing special about it. Just as Nagato was talking, he suddenly found that his long disabled legs had regained the ability to move. My God, is this true? Conan also saw the change in Nagato's legs at this time, and immediately shouted happily. What the hell is going on here? My legs should have been lost. Why can I regain my mobility now? Nagato immediately looked over towards Kazama happily. There is nothing impossible in front of me, this is your reward for abandoning the dark and turning to the light. Seeing Kazama not only resurrected himself, but even helped him regain his mobility. Nagato's gratitude to Kazama is beyond words. So Nagato immediately rushed to Kazama and said solemnly, Brother Kazama, the demonic illusion you cast on me before has already made me see Black Zetsu's conspiracy, and I won't help Black Zetsu in the future. If you don't dislike it, I hope you can treat me as a companion, and we will work together for the peace of the ninja world in the future. Quote. Of course I don't dislike it anymore, I'm just waiting for your words. Seeing Nagato finally abandoning the darkness, Kazama immediately patted his shoulder happily. By the way, if Black Zetsu knew that you were not dead, he would definitely deal with you, so don't go to a Megakure village, otherwise Black Zetsu will not only attack you, but also the people of a Megakure village. Where am I going? Come to my ninja village. Konoha. I was previously controlled by Black Zetsu and caused so much damage to Konoha, will the people of Konoha accept me? It's not Konoha, it's Otogakure village. Otogakure village. Hearing Kazama's words, Nagato was puzzled because he had never heard the name of Otogakure village. Chapter 151 Scared to P. Orochimaru. Yes, although Konoha is where I was born and raised, I have also established Otogakure village, which is my real place, so you and Conan can live in Otogakure village, and where are your old acquaintances? When the wind said that, he laughed. Old acquaintance. Who? Nagato and Conan asked in unison immediately. Orochimaru. Long time no see. Led by Kazama, Nagato and Conan immediately came to the village of Otogakure. You are. The big snake immediately rushed to Nagato and looked up and down. He is the outsider Nagato who controls the Pain Six Paths and the leader of your Akatsuki. What? Hearing Kazama's words and seeing Nagato's pair of Rinnegans, Orochimaru was so frightened that he immediately ran away. As a former Akatsuki member, he knows all too well the consequences of betraying Akatsuki. Now I know that Nagato is Pain, the leader of Akatsuki. Orochimaru was naturally terrified. That's not right. Orochimaru, who had run halfway, suddenly remembered that he was Kazama's subordinate. Why did Kazama bring Chief Akatsuki against him? Just when Orochimaru was puzzled, Kazama, Nagato, Conan and others behind him laughed out loud. I said, Lord Kazama, I am your most loyal subordinate, why are you always playing with me? I'm not kidding you, but you're too timid. Now Nagato has left Akatsuki, you can find a place for Nagato and Conan now, they will live in our Otogakure village for a while. Really? Great. Hearing that Nagato and Konan were also coming to Otogakure village, Orochimaru was naturally overjoyed. Because of Nagato and Konan's strength, Orochimaru has long heard of it. Now if these two people join, wouldn't his Otogakure village be even more powerful? By the way, the wind room. At this time, Nagato asked Kazama again. Although you saved everyone in Konoha village and destroyed Black Zetsu's conspiracy, but now there is a stronger Obito beside Black Zetsu, what are we going to do next? Don't worry, I have my own way to deal with Obito. Well, if there is anything that needs me and Konan, you must tell us. After all, you are our savior. Don't worry, we will definitely fight side by side in the future, and now you can rest well in Otogakure village. Kazama said and returned to Konoha. In fact, Nagato didn't know, Kazama didn't need to deal with Obito now. Because when Kazama rescued Nagato before, he was already unknowingly, and rushed Obito to cast the strongest demonic illusion Koto Amatsukami. Today, Obito has become Kazama's subordinate. Kaz, this time is really thanks to you. Returning to Konoha, Tsunade and the others immediately rushed to the wind room to thank them. I didn't expect you to be so powerful that you could resurrect all the people who died in our Konoha. Yeah, even though our Konoha village was destroyed, our personnel had 0 casualties, which is unbelievable in any battle. In the face of everyone's thanks, Kazama is also extremely embarrassed. Although it is true that he resurrected everyone, but now that Konoha is destroyed like this, Kazama does have some responsibility. After all, Pain 6 paths just caused the destruction of the Konoha house. And Kazama's Super Shinra Tensei Almighty Push sign, but the entire Konoha was razed to the ground. But if the wind can destroy Konoha, it can also rebuild Konoha. But just when Kazama was about to use the Mokuton, wood style, and Jinchuriki column house techniques to help everyone rebuild. Suddenly, Kaharu and Homura Mitokado, Konoha's high-level advisors, came over aggressively. Chapter 152 Another slap in the face of Konoha executives. I said you kid, what the hell did you do out there to let the enemy destroy our entire Konoha? We at Konoha have never been destroyed like this before, and you have to take full responsibility for what happened this time. Seeing Konoha's senior advisor, Yuhi blamed himself indiscriminately. Fengjian was suddenly a little angry, but just when he was about to refute, suddenly he saw Tsunade standing in front of him. It's all nonsense. Kazama is the hero who saved us all in Konoha. If there was no Kazama, how could we have 0 casualties? Not bad. At this time, Kakashi also spoke immediately. It was Akatsuki who attacked our Konoha this time, and the reason why Kazama had a grudge against Akatsuki was because Akatsuki had seriously injured Asuma and others at the Fire Temple. To save Asuma, Kazama killed Akatsuki, Hidan and Kakuzu. According to Ni's meaning, should we allow them to bully us because of the strength of our enemies? Should we just let our companions die? Hear Tsunade, Kakashi and others roaring at him. Kaharu and Homura Mitokado were speechless for a while. Seeing these two Konoha executives slumped, Kazama was secretly overjoyed, and was too lazy to get to know them in general. Although Konoha was attacked is not the reason for me, but don't worry, as a part of Konoha, I will naturally rebuild Konoha. Just you. Hearing Kazama's words, Kaharu and Homura Mitokado once again seized the opportunity and laughed at Kazama. Do you know how much effort it will take to rebuild Konoha? Yes, this is not something that can be done by fighting and killing. We need to spend a lot of time, as well as human, material and financial resources. Do you know It doesn't take much time for me to rebuild, and it doesn't require much financial and material resources. I can rebuild Konoha in just a stick of incense. Okay, boy, you're pretty bragging. If you can rebuild Konoha in just a stick of incense, we'll have you both of us as consultants. Okay, you said it yourself. Seeing that Kaharu and Homura Mitokado dared to bet against him, Kazama immediately laughed inwardly. Because as long as he uses the Mokuden wood style and Jinchuriki column family tricks, rebuilding Konoha is a matter of moments. But what if you can't rebuild it? Then leave it to you. Good. Hearing Kazama's words, Kaharu and Homura Mitokado smiled at each other. They had already decided that Kazama would definitely lose. After all, the current Konoha has been razed to the ground, and it will not be able to be rebuilt in a year and a half. Kaz, you can't bet on this kind of thing. At this moment, Tsunade immediately persuaded the wind. Yeah, Kazama, Konoha has been destroyed very badly now. There is no rush to rebuild Konoha, and it is not something that can be done in a short time. Kakashi also whispered into the wind. Don't worry, since I dare to bet with them, I have the magic weapon to win. Fengjian said and immediately walked to a clearing. Ni, watch it. Don't worry, we'll keep our eyes open to see how you make a fool of yourself. Mokuden wood style with Jinchuriki column home art. What? Just when Kaharu and Homura Mitokado were about to watch the joke between the winds. Chapter 153. Let the top of Konoha see the gate. Suddenly, I saw houses appearing in the open space in the distance. Before even a single stick of incense had arrived, Konoha, which had been in ruins, was now filled with houses that had been transformed again. Pleasing to the eye than the Konoha before the rebuild. How about Ni, is my rebuilding okay? Hearing Kazama's words, Kaharu and Homura Mitokado felt a burning pain in their faces, and they could not wait to find a hole to burrow into. Fantastic Kazama, you are the lucky star of our Konoha. Tsunade hugged Kazama in his arms. A milky smell. Kazama immediately fell into Tsunade's embrace. But the next moment, the wind suddenly felt that his nosebleed was about to spurt. So he quickly broke free from Tsunade's embrace. Lord Hokage is serious, this is what I should do. Well, not bad. Tsunade immediately smiled and nodded at Kazama, and then looked at Kaharu and Homura Mitokado again. You have lost the bet now, shouldn't you automatically give way to Kazama? This. Hearing Tsunade's words, Kaharu and Homura Mitokado immediately looked at Kazama in embarrassment. I said little brother Fengjian, this time we have eyes but don't know Mount Tai, can you please spare us with your hands? Yeah, we are very old. If we don't have the position of consultant, we will have no source of life. Then we must not drink the northwest wind. Don't worry, I will arrange a new position for you. Yeah, that's great. Hearing Kazama's words, Kaharu and Homura Mitokado were overjoyed. They thought Kazama would keep them in high positions. Let me think about it. When I was rebuilding just now, I left a house at the gate of Konoha. Ni, you can move there in the future. By the way, let's take a look at the door and so on. The salary will still be paid to you, how about it? Hearing what the wind said, everyone immediately burst into laughter. Kaharu and Homura Mitokado, even if they didn't want to, could only do the job of watching the gates. Then Kazama said goodbye to everyone and came to the periphery of Konoha. Because the time he had agreed with Obito was about to come. As soon as the wind time arrived, a spatial fluctuation appeared here. Obito also walked out of the Uzumaki. See Kazama-sama. Well, not bad. Seeing that Obito finally surrendered to him, Kazama was naturally very happy. Because in this case, Akatsuki will appear in Akatsuki, but Black Zetsu will be the only one left. Kazama doesn't plan on letting Obito take on Black Zetsu just yet, though. Instead, let Obito continue in Akatsuki to monitor Black Zetsu's every move and the trail of the tailed beast for himself. Is there any news from the Four Tails now? Yes, we have sent Itachi and Ghost Sharks to go. That's great, tell me the location of the Four Tails right away. This time, I will not only absorb the Four Tails, but also control the Ghost Shark. Thinking of this, Kazama immediately burst out laughing. Big brother Itachi, just rest by the side, I'm enough to deal with the four-tailed Jinchuriki column force myself. At this time, the ghost shark has already started a duel with the four-tailed Jinchuriki column Li Laozi. Yoden lava style of the four-tailed Jinchuriki column force is restrained by the Suiden water style of the ghost shark. However, because the big sword shark muscle of the ghost shark was taken away by Kazama, and the four-tailed Jinchuriki column force Laozi can also display the power of the four-tailed. Therefore, the ghost shark did not gain the upper hand for a while. I said, ghost shark, if you can't do it, let me go. What? Just as the ghost shark and the four-tailed Jinchuriki column were inextricably fighting, a playful laughter suddenly sounded in his ears. Chapter 154 Hanging the Four-Tailed Man Jinchuriki column force. The ghost shark immediately guessed that the master who knew the voice was Kazama. Although the ghost shark has only met Fengjian once, the ghost shark still has lingering fears towards Fengjian until now. After all, he was tortured by the wind in the beginning. Even his specialty weapon, the shark muscle, was taken away by Kazama. Therefore, seeing the sudden appearance of the wind now, the ghost shark is naturally shocked. And at this moment, the four-tailed man Jinchuriki column Li Laozi immediately caught the flaw of the ghost shark. Immediately manipulate the molten slurry to kill it head-on, and when the ghost shark discovers it, it is inevitable. At this critical moment, a strange fire suddenly appeared in front of the ghost shark. In an instant, the Yoden lava style of the four-tailed Jinchuriki column force was frozen into ice, which enabled the ghost shark to escape successfully. And this strange fire is naturally the cold fire of the bone spirit in the wind. Humph. Kid, don't think that you saved me, I will thank you, I still remember the great revenge that you took away from me back then. Very well, then after I defeat the four tails, you are coming to settle accounts with me. Seeing that Kazama not only robbed his shark muscle, but now he came to snatch the four tails from himself. The ghost shark was furious in his heart, but he didn't dare to follow the wind recklessly. After all, the strength of the wind, he has already experienced it. So the ghost shark could only come to Itachi, who was watching the battle. I said, big brother Itachi, now this kid from Kazama is here to ruin Akatsuki's good deeds again. If he really takes the power of the four-tailed Jinchuriki column away, then we won't be able to complete the mission. I think why don't we take advantage of Kazama and the four-tailed Jinchuriki column force to secretly attack Kazama. The ghost shark doesn't know that Itachi has already joined forces with Kazama, so he is still here stupidly and wants to shoot at Kazama. Kazama is not the opponent of the four-tailed Jinchuriki column force, and it will be beheaded by the four-tailed in a short time, we don't have to bother. The ghost shark is obedient to Itachi, so after hearing Itachi's decision, he could only continue to stand on the sidelines and watch Kazama and the four-tailed Jinchuriki column force fight. After borrowing the four-tailed chakra, Jinchuriki column Li Laozi has fallen into a state of madness, and it is a blast of bombardment at the wind room. This is exactly what the wind wants. Because Kazama wants Laozi to keep borrowing the four-tailed chakra until he finally transforms into the four-tailed body. At that time, Kazama can take advantage of the situation to absorb the four-tailed chakra. Then get the power of the five tails and the new strange fire. Yoden lava style, scorching river rock art. At this moment, the tailed beast turned Laozi immediately spewed out hundreds of magma balls. The magma is hot enough to vaporize in situ. Unfortunately, it doesn't work for the wind room. Because there is a different fire in the body of the wind that is higher than the temperature of the four-tailed magma. Ding! Successfully absorbed the Yoden lava style technique of burning river rocks. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the technique of Yoden lava style granite. Old Z, your Yoden lava style is great, but it's far worse than my Yoden lava style. Kazama said that he used Yoden lava style granite technique to block the continuous flow of magma. You must know that this Yoden lava style granite art is the ultimate defense art of the four-tailed Jinchuriki column force. At this time, Laozi was surprised when he saw that Kazama actually used his own defensive technique. But at the same time he was surprised, Kazama, who had performed the Yoden, lava-style, granite technique, had already attacked him and knocked him to the ground. This Yoden, lava-style, granite technique can be used not only for defense, but also as a physical attack. Seeing that the other party used his own technique to knock himself down, the four-tailed Jinchuriki column Li Laozi can be said to be angry, and immediately turned on the tailed beast state 2. Chapter 155 Absorb four tails, gain the power of the five tails. The art of Yoden, lava-style, mountain of flowers and fruits. Quote. With Laozi's hands on the ground, a huge sea of magma had already formed, and the wind room was submerged in it in an instant. Big brother Itachi, you were right, this kid Kazama is really no match for the four-tailed Jinchuriki column force. The ghost shark watching the battle from a distance couldn't help but be surprised when he saw the operation of the four-tailed Jinchuriki column force. Secretly, if he encounters this technique, he will probably die. But now it is Fengjian who is submerged by this magma sea, and the ghost shark is naturally overjoyed. The wind room. Seeing that Kazama was really submerged by the lava of the four tails, Itachi was naturally a little worried. Although he knew that Kazama was strong, the four-tailed Jinchuriki column were not weak either. Ding! I succeeded in absorbing Yoden's lava-style Wagwoshin technique. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the technique of burning the fire. And just when Itachi was worried about Kazama, suddenly I saw the huge magma sea, and all of it was absorbed into the body by the wind. In the face of this sudden change, let alone Itachi and Ghost Shark were taken aback. Even the caster Jinchuriki column Li Laozi had a face full of disbelief. He had never seen anyone who could survive under his operation. But now Kazama not only survived, but even absorbed his skills. At this time, even Laozi, who was a Jinchuriki column force, felt that Kazama was a monster. Old Z, I advise you to turn into four tails as soon as possible. In this case, you may still have a chance to defeat me. Hearing Fengyan's joking words, Laozi suddenly burst into anger. What kind of thing are you? You are also worthy of turning me into four tails. I tell you, no one in this world can force me to turn into four tails. Okay, then I'll be the first one, the fire-breathing technique of the burning river. Kazama's hands immediately turned into huge lava, and instantly slammed into Laozi's head. Not to mention Laozi at this time, even the vast surrounding forest was burned into nothingness by the fire-breathing technique of the searing river. Damn it, this kid in Kazama is really not human, he can actually produce Yoden, lava style, that is even more powerful than four tails. Oni Shark and Itachi hurriedly retreated back, avoiding the mighty Yoden, lava style, of Kazama in front of them. Previously, the ghost shark thought that Kazama would be killed by the force of the four-tailed Jinchuriki column. Now he finally knew that the four-tailed Jinchuriki column force not only couldn't kill Kazama, but he might even be killed by Kazama. Ow! At this moment, a huge Yuhi-colored orangutan immediately appeared in the magma. Laozi was finally forced out of the four-tailed body by the wind. How about Laozi? I swore just now that I'm not worthy of letting you use the four-tailed body, so what are you doing now? After transforming into four tails, Laozi has completely lost his mind, and he simply ignored Kazama's ridicule. Instead, he directly manipulated the power of the lava to kill the wind. With the impact of the four tails, this area can be described as shaking. The further back the tailed beast is, the more terrifying its strength is. With the current four tails alone, they already have the power to overturn the river and the sea. It's a pity that he is facing Kazama, who is even more terrifying. Let you see the power of my four tails, come out, Four Tails Monkey King. With a loud shout from the wind, another four-tailed Monkey King immediately appeared here. Damn it, I read it right, I'm not dreaming, right? How can there be two four tails in this world? Seeing the two four tails suddenly appearing in front of him, the ghost shark was stunned. Chapter 156 Hang Four Tails Conquer the Ghost Shark. Accompanied by the shock of the ghost shark, the four-tailed change in the wind has already started a showdown with the four-tailed change of the Old Purple. It's a pity that this matchup is not evenly matched, but a one-sided situation. Because the four tails changed by the wind, but contains the power of different fire, has already surpassed the four tails body. Therefore, in a few rounds, Laozi's four tails were beaten and retreated. Tailed Beast Bomb. Facing the crazy attack of Kazami, Laozi's four-tailed body finally used his trump card. And this is exactly what the wind dreamed of. He just wants to force the four tails to cast Tailed Beast Bomb, because the Tailed Beast Bomb contains the purest chakra of the four tails. Ding! Successfully absorbed the Tailed Beast Bomb of the four tails. Congratulations to the host who has obtained the power of the five tails and can become the king of the five tails. Ding! Congratulations to the host for obtaining the 17th kind of strange fire, the 9 Nether Golden Ancestral Fire. This fire is the fire of the 9 Nether clan, which can be transformed into 100,000 Yin soldiers and Yin generals, and there are no bones left wherever they go. Okay, next, I'll let you taste the power of my five tails. Kazama said that he changed his body again, directly from the four-tailed Monkey King into a huge beast with a whole body of white. This is Five-Tailed King Mew. Seeing that the Wind Room, which was four-tailed before, has now become the five-tailed King Mew. Don't say it was a ghost shark who couldn't believe it. Even Itachi, who had always been calm, was stunned. Although Itachi has long known that Kazama has the power of a tailed beast. But at that time Kazama only had the power of 1, 2, and 3 tails. Now, in just a few months, Kazama has the power of 4 and 5 tails again. Itachi felt that compared to Hefeng, the genius of the Uchiha family, he was totally worthless. Horn Combo. After the change in the wind, the five-tailed King Mew immediately attacked the four-tailed with the 5 giant horns on his head. Although the four tails have tried their best, in the face of the natural suppression of the 5 tails, the 4 tails are still defeated in an instant. After that, he returned to the appearance of Jinchuriki, Column Li Laozi again, and fell unconscious on the ground. Ghost Shark, it's your turn next. Just when the Ghost Shark was shocked by Kazami's terrifying strength, the wind has come to him. Seeing the sudden arrival of the wind, even the murderous Ghost Shark was frightened and incoherent at the moment. Koto Amatsukami. Facing the demon shark who was powerless to resist, Kazama immediately cast the strongest demonic illusion on him. Now in Akatsuki, except for Black Zetsu, the rest have all obeyed Kazama. If Black Zetsu knew about this, he would have vomited blood and died. What was the technique you did just now? Seeing that the ghost shark beside him instantly surrendered to Kazama, Itachi was greatly surprised. This art is Koto Amatsukami. There is no need to hide it from Itachi anymore. The strongest demonic illusion Koto Amatsukami is that Shisui's art. Knowing that Kazama still uses Shisui's strongest demonic illusion, Itachi immediately shook his head with a wry smile. Because he found that he was really incomprehensible. At this moment, he immediately had a feeling that there was no magic that Fengjian would not use in the world. And Itachi's feeling is also correct, because the art that Kazama knows now is all-encompassing. The Koto Amatsukami was hit by a shark. Deidara and Sasori have already surrendered to you. Nagato and Konan also chose to stand on the same front as you, so it seems that in Akatsuki with a lot of talents, only Black Zetsu and Afe are left. Now, Itachi still doesn't know that Afe is Obito, and he doesn't even know that Obito has also been hit by Koto Amatsukami of Kazama. Chapter 157 Subduing the Four-Tailed Jinchuriki Column Force. And Kazama doesn't plan to tell others about Obito's surrender for the time being. Because Obito is his strongest hole card. Only Obito can know all the plans of Black Zetsu next. Therefore, in order to be safe, Obito's submission to himself must be kept secret. Akatsuki's members are so powerful that it would be a shame to kill them, so I might as well use them for my use. Hearing Kazami's words, Itachi was noncommittal. Because the ninja world is a world where the strong eat the weak. Kazama can make Akatsuki's members surrender to him, and Kazama himself has the ability By the way, I have already investigated Sasuke's current situation. Not only is he not life-threatening, but with the help of Black Zetsu, his strength has grown by leaps and bounds, so he may seek revenge on you in the near future. You must be careful. I see. Hearing that his brother was fine, Itachi let out a sigh of relief. As for Sasuke's revenge, Itachi didn't care at all. Quote, If you kill me, Sasuke can go back to Konoha, and that's worth it. Sure enough, he is a brokon, thinking about Sasuke all the time. Hearing Itachi's emotion at the moment, Kazami immediately shook his head helplessly. But Kazama won't let Sasuke really kill Itachi. After all, Itachi's strength is very important to him. What's next? Are we still going to take a fake Jinchuriki column back to work? Not bad. Hearing Itachi's question, Kazama immediately smiled and nodded. Until all the 9-tailed beasts are collected, you can't turn your back on Black Zetsu for a while. Kazama said that he cast a Mokuden wood-style clone and changed it into the appearance of 4-tailed Old Purple. That's right. At this time, the wind suddenly remembered something. Since Nagato has already left Akatsuki, how do you seal the power of the tailed beast? Black Zetsu shouldn't be able to summon Geto Mazo, demonic statue of the outer path. Kazama worried that Black Zetsu would use other methods to absorb the tail beast. If that's the case, it's very likely that his own transformation technique will be seen through. When Black Zetsu took control of Nagato, he permanently summoned Geto Mazo, demonic statue of the outer path, and is still in our secret base today. I see, so Black Zetsu won't be able to detect my actions to snatch the tailed beast in a short period of time. Itachi and Oni left with Kazama's Mokuden wood-style clone. Kazama once again came to the unconscious 4-tailed man Jinchuriki column force. Kazama originally wanted to convince Laozi to join his Otogakur village. But what Kazama didn't expect was that this 4-tailed man, Jinchuriki column Lee Laozi, has always been a very stubborn person. As soon as he woke up at this time, he was ready to attack the wind again. No matter how Kazami persuaded, it didn't work. Desperation, Kazama could only cast Kotoamatsukami on him and control it into his own hands. Old Z, I'm doing this for your own good too. The power of the coveted tailed beast is not limited to Akatsuki. If you let you run around, sooner or later, someone will catch the tailed beast. Since this is the case, then you might as well follow. I will return to Otogakur village and live in peace and security. Quote. But just when Kazama and the 4-tailed Jinchuriki column force returned to Otogakur village, those ninjas from the land of water who were scared away by Kazama actually made a comeback. And this time it was not a team of people, but an army of hundreds of thousands of ninjas. At this time, they had already surrounded the village of Otogakur. Chapter 158 One-shot is 100,000 yin soldiers and yin generals. Even though the strength of Otogakur village is not what it used to be, there are not only Orochimaru and the 3-tailed Jinchuriki column force Yukimaru, but also Nagato, Konan and other powerful ninjas. But there were indeed too many ninjas sent by the land of water. Moreover, Orochimaru, Nagato, and the others had a hard time exerting their full strength in order to protect the people in the village. Therefore, the army of ninjas in the land of water is getting better and better. And Orochimaru, Nagato and others can only stick to the inside of Otogakur village to protect the people. I'll say it again, our water country daimyo is bound to win these 10 pagodas in your Otogakur village. If you are wise, you should give up your resistance immediately, and combine these 10 pagodas with the little one who injured our water country ninjas earlier. Get the strays out, or I'll send you people of Otogakur to hell with you. That's right. Although you are strong and strong enough to resist our attack, can the people in your village be able to stop it? If you want to protect the lives of your people, you should quickly hand over the wind and the 10 pagodas, otherwise what can you do? Just when these ninjas from the land of water were clamoring wildly, the wind had arrived in an instant. Leader, it's this little bastard. The little leader of the land of water, who was let go by Kazama, sneered as soon as he saw Kazama appear. He kept saying to the leader of the ninja army next to him, "This little scumbag is called Kazama, you don't care about his age, but this kid is very powerful, not only humiliating the ninjas of our country of water before, took our siege weapons, and insulted you as a bastard." Under the cheers of this little leader, the commander of the army of the land of water immediately became angry. "Little miscellaneous hair in the wind, now you not only resisted the orders of the great name of our country of water, but also dared to injure our army of the country of water, and now you are insulting me, the commander. I tell you, today you are the one who knelt down and gave me 100 kowtows. I can't spare you. It's just you who are worthy of saying that you can't spare me." Hearing the threat from the commander of the water country to him, Kazama immediately burst out laughing. Because in the eyes of the wind, these so-called army of the water country are simply ants. "Xiao Zha Mao, you dare to laugh even when you are about to die? Open your dog's eyes and see, we have hundreds of thousands of horses, and then I will cramp and peel you, smash your bones and ashes, and attack me." The voice of the commander of the country of water fell. The surrounding ninja army did not attack as he expected, but all stayed in place. This immediately embarrassed the commander, so he immediately lashed out at everyone. But the moment he turned around, he stayed where he was. Because at this time, a group of Yin soldiers and generals had appeared around these ninja army, and there were a total of 100,000 people. When these ninjas from the land of water saw the appearance of these Yin soldiers and Yin generals, they were immediately frightened. And these hundreds of thousands of Yin soldiers and Yin generals are naturally the result of Feng Jianxin's acquisition of Juyu Jin ancestral fire. After a few breaths of effort, these army of ninjas from the land of water, who were still aggressive just now, have been slaughtered by these 100,000 Yin soldiers. Banshou Tenon, universal pull. Then Fengjian raised his hand and grabbed the little boss who had scolded him earlier. "Didn't you just scold me for being very aggressive? Come on, go on." At this time, the little leader was completely frightened, and he apologized to Fengjian and kowtowed for mercy. Chapter 159 The Great Name of the Land of Hanging Water. Grandpa, it was the commander who forced me to scold you just now. I really didn't mean it, Before the little leader could finish speaking, Fengjian burned him into nothingness. "The daimyo of the country of water is really too deceiving, Lord Kazama. As long as you give an order, I will lead someone to assassinate the daimyo of the country of water now." Orochimaru was so angry that he was surrounded by the kingdom of water these 2 times, and he wanted to eat the name of the kingdom of water alive. "If you kill this water country daimyo, there will be another water country daimyo. This will not solve the fundamental problem." "What do you mean?" Hearing Kazama's words, Orochimaru immediately asked suspiciously. "It's very simple, it's better to control him than to kill the name of the country of water." Kazama already had an idea at this time, that is to use Koto Amatsukami to control the daimyo of the land of water. At that time, the wind will be able to control the entire country of water. Just when Kazama was about to leave for the land of water, he suddenly received a message from Obito. It turns out that the 5-tailed Jinchuriki, Column Lihan, has recently been in the land of water. This is really God helping me. If this is the case, then I will kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Thinking of this, Kazama immediately ordered Zaibuzan and Bai to follow him and head to the land of water together. Because the 2 of them were ninjas in the country of water before, they also knew the situation in the country of water very well. However, because Zaibuzan and Shiro are missing nin in the village of Kurigakure, the land of water, they are both wanted. Therefore, Kazama let them both dress up in disguise, so as not to cause some unnecessary trouble. "Lord Kazama, the palace in front is the palace of the land of water, where the daimyo lives." It didn't take long for Kazama and others to come to the periphery of the Palace of Water Kingdom. The famous name of the water country is cruel by nature, so he has made many enemies, so the defense inside and outside the palace is very strict. If we want to sneak in secretly, it may be a little troublesome. Isn't it just sneaking into a palace? If there is any trouble, come with me. Before he could finish speaking, Feng Jian swaggered towards the gate of the palace. Lord Kazama. Seeing that Feng Jian was going to enter through the main entrance of the palace, Zabuchu was shocked. Isn't it obvious that someone was discovered? What kind of infiltration is this? But no matter how uncut and Shiro didn't dare to disobey Kazama's orders, they could only bite the bullet and follow. Stop. Look at how sneaky you guys are. What are you doing at the Palace of the Kingdom of Water? Mangekyo Sharingan. Just when Zaibuzhan and Bai thought that there would be a conflict with the palace guards next. However, he suddenly discovered that the guards who had spoken ill of them just now had become respectful towards Kazama at this moment. This is. Seeing this scene, I was very puzzled if I didn't cut it again. When he saw the pair of Mangekyo Sharingan in the wind. Only then did I understand that the guard was the demonic illusion who was hit by the wind. Take us to Daimyo's bedroom. If anyone asks you along the way, you can say that Daimyo invited us here. As ordered. Seeing that he and the others entered the palace so easily, the one who didn't admire Feng Jian was the one who fell to the ground. Master Kazama's Mangekyo Sharingan is so convenient, it's easy to go anywhere. Just when Zaibuzhan and Bai sighed, the guard had led them to the palace of Daimyo in the land of water. Report your name, the person you summoned is here. Damn it, when did I summon people? Could it be that some minister sent me beautiful women again? Let them in. After Kazama and others entered, the famous name of the land of water didn't even look at them. Because now there are dozens of women from good families tied up in his bedroom, and the daimyo of the land of water is bullying them one by one. Chapter 160 Control the daimyo of the land of water with Koto Amatsukami. It's cool. It's really cool. Keep screaming. The louder you scream, the more excited I get, haha. Seeing that the daimyo of the land of water actually did such a nasty thing, Kazama couldn't help but feel furious in his heart. If you don't cut it, go and turn this big name into a eunuch. As ordered. If he doesn't cut his hands and start a knife, then the name of the land of water, who is insulting the women of a good family, has been completely separated from his younger brother. The sword daimyo of the land of water slumped directly on the ground, clutching his broken part while screaming like a slaughtering pig. You bastards, how dare you attack my dignified name of the land of water? After seeing the three Kazama attacking him, daimyo of the land of water immediately called for the guards. It's a pity that Kazama has already ordered not to set up a barrier outside this palace. The name of the land of water broke his throat, and the guards outside could not hear it. Shout, keep screaming, don't you particularly like to hear screams? Seeing that he had shouted for a long time and no guards came in, daimyo of the land of water was terrified. Who the hell are you bastards? I'm talking about your name. Your memory is really bad. You don't even know me. Didn't you send someone to snatch my 10 pagodas? 10 pagodas. Hearing Kazama's words, the name of the land of water finally understood the identities of Kazama and others. Humph, I thought who was so daring and dared to attack me, it turned out to be your rubbish from Otogakure village. But the name of the land of water was not only not afraid, but sneered at Feng Jian and others. I'm telling you these little bastards, don't think that you are very good after sneaking into the palace. If you dare to kill me, your Otogakure village will not be able to keep it. If you are sensible, you will immediately let me go, and take the initiative to hand over the 10 pagodas. Send it, or I'll level your village of Otogakure. You bastard, how dare you speak hard when you are about to die? Saw the daimyo of the land of water kept insulting Kazama and Otogakure village. Immediately, he was furious and immediately killed him. At this time, the wind stopped them with a smile. Didn't I say before I came, that instead of killing him, it's better to take him for our use? What, you're the one who wants to subdue me? Dream about you. Hearing the words of the wind, the famous name of the country of water started laughing wildly again. Let me tell you Xiao Za Mao, although I am not the opponent of you ninjas, but I am the dignified name of the land of water, the existence above 10,000 people, as long as I notify Kurigakure village, what do you think of your small Otogakure village? Is it an opponent? Control me, eat shit. Koto Amatsukami. Just when the name of the country of water was clamoring wildly, Kazama immediately cast the strongest demonic illusion on him, keeping him under his command forever. Little one has offended a lot before, please forgive me, Lord Kazama. The famous name of the land of water, who had been arrogant and domineering a second ago, immediately knelt down and bowed to the wind at this moment. If this is to let outsiders see a dignified name of the country of water, he actually kowtows to a teenage ninja. Kiba will be shocked immediately. Immediately send those women from good families who have been persecuted by you back to their respective homes, and compensate them with 10,000 taels of gold, and kowtow to their families to admit their mistakes. As ordered. At this time, the famous name of the land of water has become Kazama's puppet, and he obeys Kazama's words.